Have you ever heard of a friendship between a donkey and a little boy? This isn't just any story. It's the heartwarming tale of Snickers, a donkey who became everything to his tiny best friend Gunner. Snickers wasn't your average donkey. From the moment he stepped onto the farm and spotted Gunner, a curious 3-year-old, with more wonder than fear, it was like something just clicked. Snickers seemed to decide then and there, this little boy was his person. But Snickers hadn't always been this lucky. His previous owners struggled to care for him, and to them, he was more of a chore than a companion. When Gunner's family brought him to the farm, they didn't think much of it. A donkey is just a donkey, right? But Snickers had other plans. The first time, Gunner toddled up to the fence, his tiny boots kicking up dust. Snickers didn't hesitate. He stepped forward, slow and steady, and gently pressed his nose into Gunner's small hand. And Gunner, without the slightest hesitation, he reached out and patted Snickers, calm as could be. That wasn't just a boy meeting a donkey. It was something much deeper, an instant connection you could almost feel in the air. From that moment, Snickers made it his mission to stay by Gunner's side. Whether it was feeding the chickens or pushing a tiny wheelbarrow, Snickers was always there, close enough to watch, but never in the way. What truly stood out, though, was how gentle Snickers was with Gunner. He wasn't pushy or overly curious like animals sometimes are. It was as if he understood just how small and delicate his little friend was. And Gunner treated Snickers like more than just an animal in the yard. He cared for him like family. Whenever Snickers stood by the fence, Gunner would grab a bucket of grain and say, "We have to make him happy." What kind of 3-year-old thinks like that? But that's just how strong their bond was. Snickers gave that love right back. On quiet afternoons, when Gunner sat in the yard after finishing his chores, Snickers would simply stand beside him. No big gestures, no noise, just a calm, steady presence that seemed to say, "I'm here." There's one moment that still sticks in my mind. Gunner was playing near the barn, lost in his own little world, when some chickens wandered too close. Gunner didn't notice, but Snickers did. Without making a sound, he stepped between Gunner and the birds. He didn't do anything dramatic. He just stood there, calm and steady, like a wall. It wasn't about protection in the usual sense. It was as if Snickers was saying, "I've got this." That's what makes their story so special. It's not just about a boy and his donkey. It's about trust, care, and family. Snickers found a purpose in Gunner, and Gunner learned a lesson many of us could use. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for someone is just be there.